Hello everyone. So we were discussing quadratic equation. In the previous lectures I told you what is the basic form of quadratic equation and how do we find out whether a given equation is quadratic or not and all those things. We have talked about the roots of a quadratic equation. Now today we will be going ahead with this topic where we are going to find out the nature of the roots without solving the quadratic equation. It's a very important topic, so let's start. Welcome to your favorite channel Empower Tutorials and I am Arpita Banerjee. So let's start with the nature of the roots of a quadratic equation. So let me write the topic for you. So today we are going to talk about the nature of roots of quadratic equation. So if suppose for a given equation, if you have to find out how the roots of the quadratic equation will be, we have three criteria for it. The quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is the general form of the quadratic equation. Here there is a term called as discriminant, which is denoted by d, and d is equal to b square minus 4ac. From here we'll take b square minus 4 into a into c will give you the value of the discriminant, and this discriminant is going to decide what will be the nature of the quadratic equation. We have three criteria here. If b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then the roots are equal and real. Rather, I should write it here, real and equal. Real and equal. Please write it down along with me. If b square minus 4ac equal to 0, then the roots are real and equal. Second criteria is, if b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then the roots are real and unequal. Okay, if b square minus 4ac, that is the discriminant, is greater than 0, roots are real and unequal. And the last criteria, if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then the roots are imaginary. That is, the roots are not real. Okay, so we need to remember these three criteria. Again, I am repeating it. Today we are going to find out the nature of the roots of a quadratic equation without solving the quadratic equation. So for that we have three criteria. The first one is, first thing we need to find out b square minus 4ac, the value of b square minus 4ac. If we get the value equal to 0, then the roots will be real and equal. If the value is greater than 0, the roots will be real and unequal, and if the value is less than 0, then the roots are imaginary. We need to remember these three criteria to do the sums. So let us take some examples and see how to solve these kind of sums. So the first question is, without solving, comment upon the nature of the roots of each of the following equations. The first question is given to you, that is 7x square minus 9x plus 2 equal to 0. You cannot solve it. Without solving, you need to comment on the nature of the roots. So let us find out our A, B, C first. Our A is 7, B is minus 9 and C is 2. I told you what is our ABC. A is the coefficient of x square, that is 7 out here. B is the coefficient of x, that is minus 9, and C is the constant term, that is 2. So now let us find out b square minus 4ac is what from here. So what is your b? Minus 9 whole square minus 4 into 7 into 2. This gives you minus 9 whole square is 81 minus 7 into 2, 14. 14 into 4 is 56. Yeah. So this is giving you 5, 6, 7, 8, 25. Yes, 25. So we are saying that b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. That means the roots are real and unequal. The roots are real and unequal. Just see the criteria what I gave you. The second criteria which I gave you, that b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. Then the roots will be real and unequal. Please copy down this. We will see some more examples. Done? Okay. Let me take another example here. The second example is x square plus 2 root 3x minus 9 equal to 0. We need to comment on the roots. So let us find out what is our ABC. A is the coefficient of x square. Nothing is written, means it is 1. B is coefficient of x, that's 2 root 3. And C is your minus 9. So let us find out b square minus 4ac. So b square is 2 root 3 whole square minus 4 into a, that's 1, into c, that's minus 9. So now 2 root 3 whole square. How to find out what is 2 root 3 whole square? Let us see. In this rough we are going to do this. 2 root 3 whole square means it is 2 root 3 into 2 root 3. So that is 2 into 2 is 4. Root 3 into root 3, we can write it down this way. So this is 4 into root 9, and root 9 is nothing but 3. So 4 into 3, that's 12. So in short, just remember that whenever you have, suppose root 5 into root 5, the answer will be 5. Root 2 into root 2, the answer is 2. Root 6 into root 6, answer is 6. Root 100 into root 100, answer is 100. So similarly, you can do it in short, like here only 2 into 2, that's 4. Root 3 into root 3 is 3, so 4 into 3 is 12. I showed you how it has to be solved, but you can do it this way also. Minus plus 4 into 9, that's 36. So we are getting 6 plus 2, 8, and 3 plus 1, 48. Again, we are getting b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. Therefore, the roots are real and unequal as per the second criteria. Please copy it down. We'll see some more examples. Yeah, I think it is done. Let us go to the next question. Now you should pause the video and you should try it on your own, and then you can start the video and check your answer. The next question is 2x square plus 8x plus 9 equal to 0. We have to comment on the roots. So let us find out our A, that's 2 here, B is 8 and C is 9. So b square minus 4ac, that's 8 square minus 4 into 2 into 9. 8 into 8 is 64 minus 4 to 8 into 9 is 72. So now in this case we are getting it minus 6. No, minus 8 I guess, yeah. 8, minus 8. So we are getting minus 8, which is less than 0. We have the third criteria now. Since b square minus 4ac is less than 0, so we will say that roots are imaginary. Yeah. So I guess everyone is clear with this concept. Whenever they ask you to find out the nature of the roots, we will just find out the value of b square minus 4ac. If we get b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then the roots are real and equal. If b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, roots are real and unequal. If b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then the roots are imaginary. In some questions they will ask you find the nature of the root and then solve it. So if we get real roots, then only we have to solve it. If we get imaginary roots, then we might not solve it, or we have another method to solve it that we are going to discuss in the next lecture. Let me take some more examples based on the same concept. The question is find the value of P. Find the value of P. Find the value of P if the following quadratic equation have equal roots. If the following quadratic equation have equal roots. And they have been given the first question as 4x square minus p minus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation whose roots are already equal. They said that the following quadratic equation have equal roots. That means this quadratic equation already have equal roots and we need to find out the value of p. So first of all, we'll find out at ABC here. What is A? Coefficient of x square, that is 4. B, coefficient of x, that is minus p minus 2. Take it properly along with the sign. There is a minus sign, so minus p minus 2 is the coefficient of x. And your C is the constant term, that is 1. Now since the equation has equal roots, we can put the criteria, that is b square minus 4ac equal to 0. So we'll write it here. Since the equation has equal roots, therefore b square minus 4ac equal to 0. This is a criteria for the equal roots. If they have already told that the equation has equal roots, we can use this criteria, that is b square minus 4ac equal to 0. Now put the values. What is your b square? Minus p whole into p minus 2 whole square minus 4 into a, that's 4 into c, that is 1 equal to 0. Now solve it. Minus को जब square करोगे तो this will become positive. So this is only p minus 2 whole square minus 4 into 4, 16 equal to 0. We can write this in the form of a square minus b square. This is already my a square. I'll write 4 square here. So I got a square minus b square. The identity for that is a plus b into a minus b equal to 0. Now let us solve this. This from here, I'll solve it this side. I'm getting p plus 2 from the first bracket and from the second bracket p minus 6 equal to 0. So when you have a into b equal to 0, we can separately make a equal to 0 and b equal to 0. So first we'll make p plus 2 equal to 0. So p is coming minus 2 and the other factor is p minus 6 equal to 0. So p is coming 6. So in this case we are getting two values of p. One is minus 2, one is 6. Very important sum. Let me summarize this for you. So what they are saying, they have given a quadratic equation to you and they are saying that this has equal roots. We have to find out the value of p. So I found my a, my b and my c from the given equation. Since it has equal roots, so we will be applying this criteria, that is b square minus 4ac equal to 0. Now your b is this, put it here, b square minus 4 into a into c equal to 0. Solve it, you are getting two factors, make the two factors separately 0 and get the two values of p. Very important sum. Normally this sum comes for 3 marks. So this is how you have to complete this. Let us see one more example on the same concept. I hope everyone has written this. Yeah. So let me go to the next question. The next question is the equation 3x square minus 12x plus n minus 5 equal to 0 has equal roots. Has equal roots. Find the value of n. Find the value of n. Okay, so this is the equation given to us and they are saying that it has equal roots. Again, we are going to use the same concept. For equal roots, we have b square minus 4ac equal to 0. So let us take the equation here. 3x square minus 12x plus n minus 5 equal to 0. Let us find out our ABC. A is the coefficient of x square, that's 3. B is coefficient of x, that's minus 12, and C is the constant term n minus 5. Now since the given equation, you have to write this statement, since the given equation has equal roots, therefore b square minus 4ac should be equal to 0. This is the criteria for equal roots. What is my b? Minus 12 whole square minus 4 into 3 into n minus 5 should be equal to 0. Minus 12 whole square is 144 minus, this is coming 12 whole into n minus 5 equal to 0. So 144 minus 12n and minus plus 60. 12 5 is 60 is equal to 0. So minus 12n and this will come plus 144 plus 160 is how much? It is giving you 204. 204 equal to 0. So we need to find out the value of n. We'll send 204 that side. Minus 12n is equal to minus 204. Minus and minus gets cancelled. N is equal to 204 upon 12. So it's coming 12, 1, 7. So n is equal to 17 is the answer. Okay. So whenever they say that the quadratic equation has equal roots, we are going to use this criteria, that is b square minus 4ac equal to 0. Let us take one more example on the same concept. Find the value of m. Find the value of m. Find the value of m if the following equation has, if the following equation has equal roots. Again, it is the same concept, equal roots. And the equation is given to you, that's m minus 2 whole into x square minus 5 plus m whole into x and plus 16 equal to 0. So the first step is finding out ABC. My A is m minus 2 here. B is b equal to minus 5 plus m. You have to consider the sign as well. And C is equal to 16. Now since the equation has equal roots, we'll write down this statement again. Since the equation has equal roots, therefore b square minus 4ac equal to 0. So b square means minus 5 plus m the whole square. Take it this way, b square minus 4 into a, that's m minus 2 into c, that is 16 equal to 0. Now here when you square minus, minus into minus becomes plus. So it's only 5 plus m whole square minus 4 into 16 will give you 64 into m minus 2 equal to 0. Now expand it in the form of a plus b whole square. That's 25 plus 10m plus m square minus 64m minus plus 64 into 2 is 128 equal to 0. So we are again getting a quadratic equation. Take m square first. 10m minus 64m will give you minus 54m. and 125 plus 128 plus 25, that will give you 153 plus 153 equal to 0. Now this is again a quadratic equation. We have to solve it by splitting the middle term, and we have to get the two values of m. So by splitting the middle term we can solve it. Let us see what are the factors of 153. We'll divide it by 3, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 17. So 17 into 3, 51. 51 and 3 are the two factors. We'll take 17 into 3, one factor, that is 51, and the other factor is 3. So 51 and 3 will give you 54. We need minus 54. So we'll write minus 51m minus 3m plus 153 equal to 0. Let me do on the other side. So from these two we can take m common. If you take m common, it will be m minus 51 in the bracket, minus 3 common. So in the bracket it will be m minus 51. Since you have taken minus common here, this sign will become minus. So it will be m minus 51. So one of the common factor is again m minus 51, and the other factor is m minus 3. So we are getting two factors here again. I told you that when a into b equal to 0, we can make them separately 0, that is a equal to 0 and b equal to 0. So m minus 51 equal to 0, we get m is equal to 51, and the other factor, that is m minus 3 equal to 0, we get m is equal to 3. So that's all. So again the same concept. If they give you the quadratic equation and they say that it has equal roots, we are going to use this criteria, that is b square minus 4ac equal to 0. The first step is to find out your a, b, c from the given equation, and then put the value of a, b, c here, make it equal to 0, solve it to get the value of the unknown quantity. Yeah, so that is it for today. We have completed the nature of the roots, how to find out the nature of the roots. I discussed the three different criteria to find out the nature of the roots. Now in the next class we are going to see how to solve quadratic equation. There are two methods to solve quadratic equation. One is the factorization method, normal factorization method, which we are doing from maybe 8th standard, and the other method is a formula method, which is a new concept for you. So in the next class we are going to see how to solve quadratic equations. Stay tuned to our channel, and if you really like the video, then please subscribe our channel, and if you have any suggestion, anything, you can write down in the comment box. We will definitely look into your queries. Thank you so much. Thanks.